Yeah, 1776, great year to remember. For, if you need like place markers or something, time markers to help remember things. 1776, great year to recognize. That's when Hume dies, right?
The Declaration of Independence.
Right, right. The other day it was, everyone was all excited about 1862 because today is Seward's Day, and 1862, that's when, of course, we were enmeshed in the United States in the Civil War, but that was the year that the Emancipation Proclamation was issued, so 1862. It was also the year that Tchaikovsky in Tchaikovsky in St. Petersburg, I think it's the 50th anniversary of the War of 1812, so you get the 1812 overture. And it's also the year in St. Petersburg that Giuseppe Verdi first had his opera, The Force of Destiny, performed. It opened in St. Petersburg, which was kind of interesting. What was it? There was another one that was really interesting that also happened in 1862. I can't think of what it was. But obviously, tons of things happened in a whole year. However, the things that we think about are kind of interesting. But 1776, Hume dies, and that's kind of easy way to kind of place him. Plus, one of the most famous pictures of him is in his red coat, which really goes well with the the idea that he was British. Actually, he's Scottish. So you notice this is a red coat. What? There he is. Right. So that's just kind of. Obviously, he wasn't born looking like that. That's when he's older. That's always one of those puzzles. But so he didn't have cameras that he could think about. When I think today about the less lively impressions that we have, I think about really our incredible visual culture now. So that if I want to remember, say, my mother, I can actually do that now just by say, looking at a video that I have of her. That's actually me and my sister and my other two brothers, although there's another brother that arrived later. That's my mom and dad's wedding anniversary. Our wedding picture, rather.
That was really nice.
So we're in the living room taking. But that's my mother speaking.
Look at all.
And my dad.
I've seen that one before.
Right.
Because we visited, right? So we were there. So I took this camera and used it to make all kinds of little videos. That's a joke. I knew it was Trey. So.
Trey, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Trey.
Oh, it's Trey.
Yeah, it's Trey.
But so I can
That's some point.
remember my mother and look at something like this, and this is a lively perception. But I also know that it's a lively perception I'm having of something that's not, it's a recording. It's not live. Yeah. But that's an interesting problem when we talk about this Humean distinction between lively impressions and less lively. Because what Hume is talking about is our memory.
I think we had that.
It was the idea as a matter of facts.
This is a lively perception for Hume, the experience that I'm seeing you sitting there, and that we're engaged in this discussion and so on, right? But when I'm using my mind to remember what I was just doing up in the office, that's a less lively perception. That's why I think videos are not something he discussed, because videos are lively, and yet at the same time we realize that the content is not something that we would think of as lively, right? Not in the same sense. So that's kind of interesting in a modern problem, how much of that is real. But the problem I have or the problem that we have with this is that all of our experiences are mental events that I'm experiencing kind of in my own little world here, right? And we've already discussed with the problem of Descartes, the matrix, how do I get out of that to say that the world is really as I experience it. With Hume, we get to the point where, remember, he's practical, he's not really worried, but what he's pointing out to these philosophers that think they've demonstrated a way out of this problem is, nope, you haven't. You actually haven't, right? And I'm actually not even able to demonstrate that I'm a persistent self. And that's actually a situation that we really accept today as a problem for us, because all the cells in my body regenerate, you know, and even the DNA is not exactly the same. I mean, it can deteriorate, right?
It's aging.
Yeah, it's aging. Obviously, the police are going to be able to figure out who I am. You know, if I, if I rob the bank, I'm definitely going to use a cotton swab, leave a little there. You know, this was me. You know, and that way they can figure out who I am. Yeah, all that sort of thing. But yes, I am aging, and who I am is not really exactly the same person as I was yesterday, even though, of course, governmentally, I'm still Bill Jamison, 206-428-256, short, ugly, a retired Army, find my retirement niche here, driving other people crazy with philosophical questions, which is absolutely a blast. I highly recommend it for a career move. You know, it's just absolutely, look out, don't hit the wall. You stopped, okay. Yeah, see, we're kind of, that's what you're hearing in the background there.